Day 72. Trained by practice. Acts 17:28, Amplified Classic. For in him we live and move and have our being. As even some of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. I will never do that again. Many of us have lived by vows formed in pain, but such vows keep us stuck. God trains us by practice, not by vow. We must live, move, and have our being in him. That will mean stepping into situations where we vowed never to go again, and therefore stepping into situations where our weakness shows. Yet now we find that we are not alone. No, it doesn't all depend on us. And though the pain, the rejection, the shame, the humiliation may rush in, all it will find is the sufficiency of his presence. Now we meet those things head on with him. Here the Father retrains us, breaking our private rules that kept us immobile, distant, cold, shut down. The Father's presence brings the deep, powerful warmth of his fire. Arrested development refuses to move, choosing the safety of paralysis, the safety of isolation. Abiding development obeys, even when it's almost certain to risk embarrassment and rejection. The Father trains our senses by repeated practice until discernment becomes sharp and yet flexible, not stereotypical, not formula, but it becomes movable with him, for every situation is not the same and cannot be met in blanket discernment. It will become true discernment according to whatever the Father shows us. The Father trains our senses by repeated practice. We stop being statues and become sons in motion. To abide in him is to allow him to harden us to difficulty, to strengthen us as we move through trials and tribulations. And there he is proven to be totally faithful, totally perfect. We experience him as he truly is. And then we will say, I no longer need these vows, for these vows keep me bound to my pain. I become one with things that I say I want to get rid of, and yet I'm immersed in them and their power over me. Yet when you, by your own freedom, say, I no longer need nor want these vows to surround me, and the accompanying demons that rest upon those independent words, those private rules that I set up. And practice, true living, becomes a delight simply because I'm in His presence and I'm learning from my Father. This kind of practice will free you to grow, to flourish, as you sit at the table that He has set for you in the presence of your enemies. Not the absence of your enemies, but in their presence. And those enemies will have to watch you flourish, grow, enjoy, taste, and see. They'll have to watch you knowing Him while they are held in their place of death by the power of the cross. This practice is how Jesus was raised as a son, and it will be so for you. Lean into Him and be trained by practice in His presence daily, moment by moment, with nothing to fear. For perfect love can bring about perfect practice.